Okay, and the very last thing, before I let you get started, I just want to show you the best of the best of the best from last year, so you know how good you need to beat them, and hopefully you will do a phenomenal job with this. Here's some of the best from last year. Again, look at the type of typography they used, the type of illustrations. All of this was drawn in Illustrator using different strokes and widths and opacities and gradients and all those things. So here's one for Across the Universe. Here's the Daybreakers one. We saw this kind of coming to fruition in the sketches, and here it is, the final version. This one was interesting because he spent so much time tracing out the SpongeBob, and then just to make it repeat like that, all he had to do is copy and paste, and change the opacity, and it works. And here's an example of the full bleed. So he really wanted the text to come off the edge of the paper, and that's why we have the text coming off the edge like that. Normally we would say it needs white space, it needs space around it, but in this case it works because it was an intentional design element to have the text be full bleed there. This one I think I've shown you before. Again, a very intricate drawing here to trace over an entire BlackBerry in Illustrator. This took her about 3 or 4 weeks. She spent the whole time doing this drawing, tracing over all these little icons, even the little BBM messages and Facebook icons. All of this is drawn in Illustrator, and then at the very last minute she had to quickly put it into a poster. So a lot of time was spent on this, and I think here we have a very simple kind of layout, but it's really the illustration which is so powerful in this one. This one, again, kind of taken from the original movie poster, but made differently. Great use of typography, very gritty, very grungy, which fits with the movie. Again, left alignment here, very strong. Toy Story, tracing over that character, adding in the background and the clouds, and layering the text to get this kind of outlined effect. Disney Pixar, these are the actual fonts, so if you do need a special font downloaded, just let me know. We can download it from dafont.com for free, and then I can send it over to your personal H drive. But we have so many fonts in our computers. Try to work with what we have. If you do or must absolutely have something for your poster, just let me know. This is an excellent drawing. This car was drawn in Illustrator. Beautiful use of gradients and radials and linear gradients and all these things to make this look like a legitimate car kind of driving or popping right out of the page there. Great use of text. Love that this Bueller's is kind of falling off because it's kind of crashing through. Great tagline from the movie if you've seen it. Very well done overall. Very simple, clean, nice use of white space, and really excellent illustration is what makes this one work. And the last one we have is New Moon. Kind of what makes this work isn't so much the silhouette, it's really this kind of lens flare, the gradient, and the typography choice, having the kind of the trees kind of growing into the font there. So very nice use of typography, which makes this one good. Also, she spent a lot of time recreating this PG-13 kind of warning rating system instead of just using something from the internet, which you shouldn't do anyway. You shouldn't just plop in a JPEG there. You should always trace over it. But she spent a lot of time with, and it kind of shows there. So we got the release date. We've got a nice gradient background, and I think it works. So overall, these are some of the best ones from last year. Try to do even better. Work with as much as you can with principles of design and typography and alignment and all that good stuff. And really work on your illustration. Your illustration should be really powerful, and your typography should be just as powerful to back it up and support it. And that's all I'm going to talk about. The rest is up to you. Enjoy the next few weeks of studio days working on your movie poster design. Goodbye and good luck.